A few people have asked about my NEQ 6 and how I set it up and such, and after several, I think feels like years of trying to get it to align properly and get it to track properly, I'm about there. And it seems to be what it is. It needs to be aligned and it needs to be level, and at the moment, as you can see, it's aligned through the northern celestial pole up through the axis here. And that there is the cap you take off of the polar scope, and that comes off as well. And you look up through there and you can see the diagram of Cassiopeia and the plough, and that helps you to align it. But make sure that you've got the polar scope synchronized to a TV aerial or something, so when it does go round and round, it does so in a concentric fashion. Otherwise you're not going to get it aligned. But these are really big things. I mean, at the moment this is managing about probably 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30 seconds without guiding. Down there, as you can see, I think you're supposed to see that, that's the that's the spirit level there. So try to get that aligned into the center by moving the legs. That's why there's no accessory tray here used, for the simple reason it's easy for me to move the legs in and out to gain perfect level, which actually on the grass is a bit of a problem. And each night, most of the time, I'm finding I'm going to have to come back out, make sure that's level. Always do it with your kit on. There's not a lot of point in doing it until you've got all your bits and pieces on. And then once you've done that, of course, you can then get that nicely level in there within the circle and get this aligned as close to the pole. And probably the drift method is eventually going to be needed to get it properly aligned there. On the side, that's my cable that I use. It plugs into there. This is it here, in fact. Quite an expensive cable, but that plugs into there and goes into the laptop, which usually sits on my wheelie bin here. So this is pretty much how I do a lot of my stargazing. Wheelie bin there takes the laptop, and yeah. And usually quite often I'm finding when I'm having to align to the pole, I'm having to use the bolts here to adjust from time to time, which is why I've got that bar over there. It helps me to turn the bolt when it gets too tight. But this is generally it, and it's in park position at the moment. As you can see, I've got the mount sort of marked off here to allow for park. So that's why I've got the little pen symbol there, the little pen mark. And it's I sort of generally do it to that hole there. So there we are, trying to see as I'm recording. But yeah, it's this is how it's generally done. And of course I make sure it's at park here too. So always park back. And the reason why I've got the telescope pointed down like that as well is because any dew will just flow straight off. And I always tend to put an eyepiece at the end of my telescope as well, just a low power one, purely just to keep any bugs and lurgies from crawling into my tube assembly. I don't like doing it, it's a pain in the backside, but hey, it works. It's how I've been doing it for ages, and as you can see, it's the LX10, so it's probably one of the few of that model out. It's one of the first ones that Meade did. But I like it. I had it deforked and put onto an NEQ 6, as you can see there. And yeah, I'm probably going to do a couple more videos like this to help people along. I mean, why not? It's how I got here, through people helping me. So I'll upload this and hopefully get some use out of it. Cheers.